Hey, today was supposed to be a very different video. I wanted to talk about my evoker, how I switched mains 2 days ago, and how this character struggled to get the 4-set piece because I'm still having blue items, even though I'm 3k score right now. But there's something way more important on the horizon, so we want to look at the next week's patch. For the US population that's Tuesday, for us in Europe it will be Wednesday, but the patch 12.05 is coming and it changes a lot about gearing in Midnight. First of all, bonus rolls are back. They will be named Nebulous Voidcores, and you can get them from this Void Forge if you completed the quest chain with Decimus. Two of these Voidcores will allow you to bonus roll on a raid boss, or you can use one of them at the end of a dungeon to roll for this specific dungeon. And way more important, once you got the loot item from either the boss or the dungeon, it will be removed from your personal loot pool, so you cannot get it with a second bonus roll again. So it's not gambling anymore, and you really need a plan. At M plus 10 or above, these bonus roll items are vault level, meaning myth track 1 out of 6. Since I'm not raiding in a mythic guild currently, what I do on my characters is very simple. I will look for the dungeon with the highest density of useful items, and at the same time with the smallest overall loot pool, and then dump my rolls there. This will basically guarantee me a good item, because smaller loot pool means higher chance to hit something I actually want. And with the knockout system, I'm systematically clearing the table over time. If you're not mythic raiding, this is pretty much your entire play. Rolling on heroic raid bosses just doesn't compete with M plus 10 dungeon rolls. If you're in a mythic raiding guild, this changes a bit. You should talk to your raid leader and ask what the guild's strategy is. Because if multiple people are willing to spend rolls on the same boss, specifically to target high value trinkets or other items, you can accelerate the gearing for the entire raid group. But that only works if it's coordinated, otherwise you are just wasting your cores. Now let's quickly talk about the open world stuff coming in 12.05. There will be incursions and assaults, and both of them can reward you with heroic level gear. In my opinion, this is not worth it. If you can comfortably farm plus 10 keys, you can basically ignore these assaults and incursions. They give you decent gear, but it's slower, worse scaling, and it doesn't compete with Mythic plus spam, plus the vault, plus the bonus rolls you get next week. The only exception, in my opinion, is the early gearing on alls that are not fit for M plus 10 runs yet. Last but not least, let's talk about the upgrade side. As you can see, I have a crafted weapon. In the future, there will be a resource called Ascendant Voidcores. These are used on fully upgraded hero, crafted or myth-track weapons or trinkets to push them even further, to 298 exactly, which is a huge item level push, especially for a weapon or trinket slot. So long term, your goal is clear. Get the right item first through targeted dungeon rolls, then invest upgrades into pieces that actually matter. That's it. One more thing you need to know about the Great Vault. Next week's choice can be very important, because it might be clever to pick a weapon or trinket, especially if you get a myth-track weapon in the vault, because you can upgrade it all the way to 298 item level. Even if it doesn't look like the best upgrade in Sims for the current situation, it might be in the future, because you can use your Ascended Voidcores only on weapons and trinkets. So this might change your solution for the vault next week quite a bit. Stay tuned for my new vault opening video on Wednesday. I hope you all enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.